Hi, my name is Kevin Rodriguez. I'm here today to talk to you about a huge problem that is happening worldwide. I'm here today to talk about suicide. What most of you might not know is that suicide is the second leading cause of death for people ages 10 to 24. More teenagers and young adults die from suicide than from cancer, heart diseases, AIDS, birth defects, stroke, pneumonia, influenza, and chronic lung disease all combined. Like, wow, more people die from suicide than all of those things combined. Each day in our nation, there are over 5,400 attempts of suicide from people who are in grades 7 to 12. 5,400 people a day try to take their own lives. I don't want to be here wasting your time giving you facts. So what I'm going to be doing for you is telling you a story from a friend of mine that went through this, went through the depression, went through the suicide attempt, and how they overcame it. I know that it might not help. You might think that things are impossible to get over. I'm really hoping that you take away from this story and learn that things do get better. For over a year, my friend battled with depression. For over a year, he had thoughts telling him he wasn't good enough, he was worthless, everything he did, he fucked up, and he just shouldn't be alive anymore. These thoughts consumed everything he did. But the thing is, he was able to go to school and live out his life with other people with a smile on his face, acting like he was okay. Meanwhile, he was miserable. At the beginning of his depression, my friend just had the thoughts. Around 7 months into his depression, that's when he started self-harming. The pain was like a drug to him. It would subside the thoughts for a little while, giving him time to breathe and relax. To take the pain and just let it overcome everything else. The feeling of death. The pain was his friend, and what he thought his only friend. He would cut just deep enough to make the pain happen, but not deep enough that people could question him about them. He did not want people to know about his scars, as I would imagine nobody would want anyone else to know that you contemplate on killing yourself and have these thoughts that consume yourself every single day. I just can't imagine what he had to go through. Throughout his depression, he was also in counseling. He met this counselor about once a week, once every other week, and he found out that it did help talk to his problems, that he couldn't talk with some of his friends. He felt embarrassed. And he would find that at times there would be happy moments in his life where he could go a week or two being completely happy. And then out of nowhere, back comes depression. An old friend saying hello, taking over his thoughts, making him feel worthless again. And at one point, depression got so bad that he almost killed himself. One day, he was walking over a bridge, and he looks over the bridge and just sees the cars zooming past. And he sits there thinking to himself, what's the point? I have nothing to live for. He's sitting there He's there for about half an hour, just there, looking over the bridge, thinking about jumping, not saying anything to anyone else, and just leaving, just like that. His life is gone. In the split moment, where he put his hands on that railing of that bridge, getting ready to thrust himself over it, hurtling down to the cars, and just dying, he realized, why am I doing this to myself? What about my family? What about my friends? What about everything that I've worked for in my life up until this point? If I die right now, what is all that coming to? What's gonna happen? Everything will be alright for me, but what will happen to everyone else that I'm leaving behind? In that split moment, he found himself feeling selfish about contemplating taking his own life and just leaving everyone else behind. But that's where he was wrong. People who have depression and do attempt suicide are not selfish. It is not always their fault that they have these thoughts that overcome them. It's not their fault. They don't want anyone else to be hurt. They just want the pain to end. But the thing is, killing yourself does not end the chances of things getting worse. It ends the chances of things getting better. And when my friend finally started to realize this, he changed his whole view on life for the better. By changing his views on life and taking the liberty to tell himself that I don't deserve this negativity in my life and that I deserve positivity, he stopped thinking that he can't, and he started thinking that he can, and that he will. He knows that death is inevitable and that will happen, but it doesn't have to happen at that point in time. It does not have to happen now. He has so much more to live for, and he has so much things to achieve before dying, and he will live his life to the fullest before that time has to come. He did one of the most brave things that anybody could ever do that is in his position. He started talking to people that were close to him about his problems. He put faith in them that they would care, and luckily for him that they did. They helped him, and just talking about his problems helped him. Talking to people, letting out these feelings that were keeping them bottled in, helped him get over this depression. It helped him defeat his depression. So now, he doesn't have all these feelings bottled up, and he's thinking positively about them. So life is looking great for him. Life is looking good. I guess what I'm trying to say here is that you depict how your life ends. You depict how you live your life. And I know that people aren't kind in this world. I know that people will push you around and put you down. But it's up to you to stand up to them and tell them that I deserve to be happy. I deserve to live my life the way I want it to be. You can't tell me how to live my life. I know I've repeated this many times throughout this video, but I just wanted to tell you guys one last time that if you are in this position of depression, that you are beautiful. You are an amazing person. You have the capabilities of doing great things in this world. Please don't throw it all away. Please seek help. There are people in this world that care. Don't throw away your chance to do great things, because you can achieve them if you put your mind to it. Forgive the past. Forget about the past. Focus on the future. Focus on now. focus on bettering yourself. So please, if you are in this position, just know that I love you, and a lot of people do love you, and you are really cared for. Thank you.